Hello, Mark Crossfield here. We got another swing sent through the Golf Swing app. Let's give you some help. Here we go. Okay, this is a great lesson. This is an intricate little problem that lots and lots of golfers do, but no world-class players make this mistake. So what you're doing is you're making a pretty good swing, okay? But you get something wrong from the start that gets you in a little bit of a pickle with the way you turn your body. So what we see is you make your backswing, we get a little bit more hip tilt than we would want, too much hip tilt. That then gives the appearance on the two-dimensional screen that we see here, that your shoulders and your upper body is turning this way. Which you don't want to be doing. You watch good players hit shots on video, you'll notice that their hips stay relatively level, little bit of hip tilt, but not to the degree that we're seeing on yourself. And it almost appears that their upper body moves away from the ball, so their upper body turns back. So a spine angle that's tilting behind the ball, rather than for you one that's tilting towards your target. Now, you'll notice in your setup, if you look closely, you actually start a little bit the wrong way around. So you start almost with your left knee kicked in and your right leg straight from this angle. So I don't mean straight or bent from this angle. Both knees are flexed. I mean from this camera angle, we see your left knee kicked in and your right leg pretty straight. This then sets the precedent on your backswing where your hips are relatively level to almost tilting the wrong way at the beginning. So as soon as you start turning around that, you're going to be turning the wrong way on your backswing, almost towards your target. So look, world-class players, you're always going to notice their hips start relatively level to even fractionally up towards the target. You're going to find that their head is slightly behind the ball, so left ear tends to be on the back of the ball. And also their hips are set slightly forward, so from this camera angle, the left leg looks straight where the right knee is kicked in. And that's the key for you. Try and get your right knee over the inside of your right foot. You'll feel the weight push there. Where at the same time, if your head's behind the ball, now when you make your backswing, you're going to make a much more coiled up behind the ball backswing, which will just allow you to get through the ball a bit better. Think about the way you stand. If I stand straight here, my body's pretty straight. I'm stacked on top of each part of me is stacked on top of each other. Now, if I go and put one hand lower than the other, so my right hand moves lower than my left, what happens is I naturally tilt. My hips tend to just set forward a little bit, and my upper body almost turns back, or it does, just moves back away from the target. When you hold the golf club, you've got one hand lower than the other. That should put this natural subtle tilt in there, and then you turn your body around those angles. You're just not applying those rules. You're putting one hand lower than the other, but then you're tilting your hips and tilting slightly towards your target. Let me know how you get on with that. It'd be really interesting to see if that makes sense. It's so subtle that, but you watch videos of good players, every one of them is doing it. It sets up the theme for the whole swing. So if you're not doing that, you're playing a slightly different game to the rest of them out there. Thanks for watching. Post in the comments, guys. If you've got any comments, post them below. Love to hear what you got to say, and we'll see you in the next video.